No guests, no outlines, just takes and vibes. Thank y'all for tapping in. Welcome to The Authentic Podcast with your boy Dylan James Green here. What's good, my man?
What's going on, bro?
Man, all is well, all is well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're about to just straight kick it and just talk, man.
Yeah,
We're going to
man.
let y'all in on a little bit of, The Authentic Podcast itself and just really about both of us, right? And so, James, I'll let you kick us off, man.
Yeah, bro. I think it's super important to, we probably have people clicking on our videos from wherever, who knows. They probably have no idea who we are.
Yeah.
They might be clicking for Serve Yahweh's video or Trent Miller's video or whatever it is. And they're like, okay, well, who are the hosts? Who are these guys? So I think doing a video where we're kind of just chilling, we're laid back, kind of like we always are anyways, so that the viewers, you guys can get to know who we are.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, man, I think we just get into it.
Let's do it. What do you think we should tell them first, man? You think we should tell them
Dude, I think we should just start with maybe how long we've known each other.
Yeah, let's do that.
So how long have we known each other?
I mean, we're in our 30s now, right? So we've known each other since we were in middle school. I mean, so what's that, over 2 decades? I mean, that's definitely over 2 decades worth.
Okay, so 7th grade, right?
Yep.
7th grade. So that was 7th grade was 2005 or 2. Yeah,
2005, 2005.
So 20 years.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. And you know what? I remember the first time I saw you and met
Really?
you. Yeah, exactly. It was at a 6 a.m. basketball practice because that was my first time I ever attended the school, basically.
Zachary Middle School, man. Shout out to the Zachary Wolverines out there.
Shout out to the khakis.
Yeah,
the khakis.
I don't think they have uniforms
They
anymore.
don't, man. Lucky.
Bro,
Lucky.
when we went to middle school, our middle school was, I wouldn't say it was ghetto, right? We weren't in the ghetto, but it wasn't. It wasn't a nice area, but it wasn't ghetto. It was just a rougher neighborhood.
What you mean, bro? The village is a hood. It's a hood.
I mean, I don't know.
And that's your neck of the woods.
Yeah,
Shouts out
yeah.
to Bridgewood, by the way. Bridge Hood.
Yeah.
Bridge Hood.
Shout out to Valley Gate.
There was fights every day, bro. There was
Fights every day. We had, people getting pregnant. We had drugs. We had gangs and all that stuff. But I think every school, to some extent, has that.
For sure.
And
For sure.
I think sports is what kind of kept us out of trouble. And you kind of touched on us meeting at a 6 a.m. practice. Bro, I don't remember the practice, but it was also because, if my stepdad wasn't waking me up to get to those practices and my mom wasn't waking me up to get to those practices, I wouldn't have been there, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm happy you were.
I was just zooming through, I really don't even know if I was in my body.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of those practices.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm happy you did because we had a really good 7th grade season.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't win the district. It's kind of a heartbreaker on that one. Lost to some rivals there, but that 8th grade year.
Yeah.
Got that title.
Yeah.
Got that title.
8th grade year, man. We let's talk about some of the players too. So it was you, me, Patrick Roth.
Shout out Patrick Roth. Yep.
Oh my God.
We had Robert. We had Jonathan.
Robert Gutierrez. Robert. I'm not gonna be throwing last names out there.
Sergio.
Sergio. Aldo. Cameron.
Yep. Cameron. Who else? Sorry if we're missing anybody.
Yeah.
Too.
Who was on the A team?
Scott Rodriguez should have been on the A team too.
I'm just forgetting who was on our actual team.
Well, we already said. Oh, Taylor Brunkin.
Oh man, there was 2 white guys
Was
that went
Sunshine?
to the school. No, not
Sunshine
yet.
wasn't.
No, not 8th grade.
Shouts out Sunshine.
Me and Taylor Brunkin were the only white guys at the school, and it was we were the only athletes. And Sunshine, yeah, Sunshine came late.
Yeah.
Sunshine too. Man, that's so crazy to think about. Anyways, we had a good squad, but we were an underdog all year.
Always.
Undersized, and anyways, we should have talked about this when we had Jeremy on, but
yeah.
We get to the tournament, the end of the season tournament, and we play against Stinson. Was our first big game. Right?
Was it Stinson? I thought, yeah, because
Jordan
was a championship.
Yeah. So we played against Stinson, and we had always lost to Stinson.
Well, we lost the previous year, and that's where I came from, was Stinson.
Yeah.
Shouts out Adrian Lozano and everybody at Stinson. But
crazy.
Yeah, that took that one to heart when we lost 7th grade because that was like a rival for me and some friends. So I was like, there was some bad blood there that I wanted to get through, you know.
Yeah, bro. The Stinson one was like, when we beat them, that's when our whole team, I think, realized like, whoa, like, bro, the championship is right there.
Our coach said before
that we could cut his hair.
We could shave his head if we won.
You have one of those pictures, Phil?
I don't, but I think
it's gotta be on Facebook.
I think you have it.
Oh, really?
If not, maybe Jonathan.
We're gonna try and find the photo of us shaving our coach's hair after we won the championship.
Right,
we'll put it right here. Yeah. We'll send it to Eric. We just gotta remember to send it to Eric.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, coach is like, yeah, y'all get to shave my head if we win, and we're like, okay.
Yeah.
And bro, on the other team, they had giants. They had Jeremy King and Chris Freeman, who both ended up being, varsity hoopers in high school. Jeremy King that's my little brother, ended up being my little brother, who is part of Serve Yahweh, which is one of the first interview that we did.
Yeah.
So, and then they had Aaron Valero. They had
by far the most athletic team.
Most athletic, tallest team. They just had a good squad, bro. For Jordan to get to the championship, Aaron Valero shot the half-court buzzer beater.
Did he really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And so they were down to
against who? Stevenson or something like that?
I don't remember who they were playing. But there was like 5 seconds left, and he dribbles to half court. They're down by 2, and he shoots a half court shot and made it to go to the championship.
Because we hosted it at our gym because we were rocking that year.
Yeah.
Dude, no one knows this, man. I wanted to tell you something actually. So before that Stinson game, because keep in mind in middle school, at least in the north side, I don't know if it's changed now, but you can only play 3 quarters, okay? So like James and I would be in the first quarter, and then we would have to sit out for the second, and then we were able to play the third and fourth, however the coach wants to divide that up, right? But before the Stinson game, remember that old ass fan that we had in our locker room, bro? Oh, shouts out Chris Proctor, duh.
Oh, Chris Proctor, yeah.
He was our most athletic guy.
Shout out Chris.
But remember that old fan, dude, that we had? Steel fan, okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, bro, before the Stinson game, okay, I kid you not, because Stinson, I don't know, I'm not trying to boast, but I definitely had a triple-double. It was crazy for that game. I was on one, it felt like. But, dude, I got shocked before the game.
Oh, really?
No one, it felt like a like Mike moment. No, I'm serious. So I went to go plug in this fan because Jonathan said, man, it's hot in here. And I was like, I'll plug it up. So when I plugged up the fan, you know how like where you see that extension cord over there? Okay, there's that block. I had my thumb on the actual, the input part, right? Going in, and my thumb was touching it. Bro, my thing, it just felt like it was like, and I was like.
Oh, it was like a shock.
Oh, it was a shock for sure. It went through my whole body, bro, and I felt like this instant adrenaline.
Oh, dang.
And so my heart was pacing, man. But when the game started, it was just like 1,000%. Yeah, man. It was crazy. It was a crazy feeling, but we got through that, man. We won. We shaved Coach's head, Coach Friesenhan.
Yeah, Coach Friesenhan.
Shouts out to Coach. And then we went to Taft, man. And by the way, those gyms were filled up, man. Y'all had to have been there. It was crazy how crowded
and they still got the banner at Zachary Middle School and the ball that we signed with like a picture. Super dope, man.
I was able to get the golf title too. So sorry, Ian. Ian and I did a 1-1. It was a sudden death face-off for district. I can't remember if it was 7th or 8th grade, but
that's wild.
I'm pretty sure it's. I don't know.
But he was really out here golfing and playing basketball.
That was my first time ever golfing, bro. I just kind of like golf. Baseball was always my favorite. Like not my favorite, excuse me. It was my best sport, but it was just too. No offense to all my baseball players, but it was boring for me, man. It was. I couldn't sit around too
kind of
much.
Waiting for stuff to happen.
But golf, man, I had. I think we all go through it. Like. Get mad pretty quickly at certain things if the ball doesn't go through the hoop or something doesn't go your way. As a young kid, get very mad at certain things, and golf taught me personally like how to slow it down, but yeah, we got lucky with the golf, man. Definitely got lucky with the golf because Ian is a 10 times better golfer than me, and there was a couple other guys, but preferably if I can go back in time, I would, as much time as I spent in the gym, I would have spent on the golf course for For sure.
That's where the money's at.
Yeah, man, absolutely. But
So then, yeah,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so yeah, so we touched on middle school, and then high school comes around. By the way, in middle school, this man Dylan gives me the worst haircut I have ever had in my life, and we don't have a picture of that, thank God. But I just want to touch on it because Buddy really messed me up, bro. Like, if we could just find Eric, if you could find the worst haircut on the internet of whatever I'm describing. You can put that up here, and it was probably 10 times worse
So
than that.
to give context on this, right? Like James, we're at his house. James' house in the summer was the place to be, man. And so we were going to Fiesta, Texas.
Yeah.
Right. James was like, "Dang, man, I need a haircut." And everybody, really quickly before we continue the story, Texas, it gets like 105, 110 degrees out here, right? It's crazy hot. And Fiesta, Texas does not have many trees or many shading areas unless you go into a store. So just keep that in mind for later on. Now, this man says, "I need a haircut." And I say confidently, he's like, "Anybody know how to cut?" I was like, "Dude, I can give you a fade real quick, man, 1,000%. So James, being the good heart that he is, he was like, "All right, man, you know."
I was just trying to save some money, bro.
Of course.
But yeah, you also had so much confidence in the, "Oh yeah, man, I could cut you up. I'll give you a fade." So I'm like, okay, like, dang. I didn't know we had barbers in middle school. And then back then too, the 3 lines on the side were so popular. Mm-hmm. So I wanted those lines on the side of my head. Dylan's like, "Yeah, I got you." Bro. Oh, excuse me. It's like 7 a.m, y'all. Excuse us. So he puts the lines on the side of my head, right? Gives me this cut. First of all, my edge up isn't a square, it's a circle, and it's going up. Like it goes up. And I'm like, "Oh my God, no." And he does the 3 lines, but one of the lines was too close to the other line. So he decided to make the bottom one a little bit thicker. Now all 3 lines look like one big line.
It was like a box, bro.
It's like a box that's connected to a circle edge up, and there's 0 fade. And it's like, bro, we were literally about to go to Fiesta, Texas to probably hang out with girls back then.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm going like this? Like, oh,
I
dude.
felt so bad, man. I'm surprised James didn't swing on me
Bro,
at that time.
By far the worst haircut. When people talk about no regrets, I'm always like, no, I definitely got one regret. Like, I let my boy cut my hair in middle school.
Bro, my guy had the Homer Simpson 3000.
Homer Simpson, like, and then I'm not going out like that, but we had to go out like that. Yeah. So it's like, okay, what do I do to fix this? I didn't wear hats back then. I didn't even have a hat, but I had a hoodie. So I put a hoodie on.
110 degrees.
And I went to Fiesta, Texas.
Poor dude.
With a hoodie on, and the hood actually on the whole time. Tied.
Yeah.
It was on and tied for, we were probably there for like 6, 7, 8 hours.
Well, good times though, man.
Yeah.
Good times, like, I don't know, it feels a little different for like maybe our young ones, but we used to, man, bro, we would get dropped off somewhere and it's like, all right, figure it out.
Yeah,
Stay
bro.
there for 10 hours.
There was no,
pick you up later.
The world felt so safe back then. Mm-hmm. Like, I couldn't imagine my son being a middle schooler. You know, he's behind the camera right now. He's 9 years old. I couldn't imagine him being 12 years old and us just dropping him off at Fiesta, Texas.
Right.
You know, like,
with less tech too.
Yeah. We had less tech.
What cell phone did you have in middle school?
In middle school, my first phone ever was the Nokia, the one with the snake. With the
brick phone? Mine was a brick phone.
You had to buy your minutes.
Yeah,
but
course.
After 9, they were free.
Yep.
And then after that, I went to the Nokia Slide Up.
Yeah.
That was my first real phone.
Yeah. I had a Razor, of course.
Yeah, I ended up getting a Razor, but probably my freshman year of high school. We didn't have money like that, so I got like a Razor from like my middle school days, but when I was in high school.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it was still a nice phone.
That's
shout out to the Slide Up phone. Shout out to, you remember the Sidekick?
Bro, that Julian Boyd. Shouts out Julian Boyd.
Yeah.
He had the Sidekick, and I was always jealous of that phone.
Sidekick,
He would just be like, whoosh,
Yeah, and it would just like, and you just.
But I had the BlackBerry too. I like the BlackBerry with the little stylus and stuff.
I think there's people that still use BlackBerry out there.
Oh yeah, they definitely do.
That's
they definitely
crazy to me.
Shoot, I still remember calling my man. We sound old.
I know. It does sound. It's super nostalgic though.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I couldn't imagine like letting my kid go to Fiesta, Texas, and just leaving them there. And
Yeah.
maybe I will. I don't know. But I feel like.
It's different now, man.
Yeah, it's so different. Like the world just felt so safe back then.
Yeah.
There are less crazy people, and maybe there wasn't less. Maybe we were just more ignorant to it. Like maybe it was still just as crazy.
Well, it wasn't being circulated as fast as things now.
Yeah,
you know,
everything's
like
and
media.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like talking about bad stuff, but yeah, a lot of bad people in the world. So you just got to pray for them.
And the city wasn't as big as it is now. San Antonio's grown
San
like
Antonio's
4x.
huge,
it's crazy
man.
now. 5th largest growing city or something like that.
It's insane.
Nah, man.
But yeah, so high school, we played sports in middle school. We played sports in high school. Dylan was all 4 years varsity. Took our basketball team, took the high school to state, which is super dope.
Thanks, bro.
And then we went our separate ways, man. Like Dylan went to college. He went to Northern Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, played against, who are some of the people you played against?
Oh, man,
played against?
Well, in our district alone, Torian Prince was in our district, right? He's in
Baylor
the
High
league,
School.
but played against quite a few people.
No, Warren High School.
Yeah,
Baylor,
he went to Warren.
Baylor University.
Shouts out to Warren, too. I mean, even though they're our rivals, but like Marcus Keene's awesome, younger guy. But there was a lot of talent in Northside, and I feel like it's very underserved, man, like in the terms of recruiting. And but yeah, long story short, man, you know, Big Sky Conference, played against people like Dame Time, Damian Lillard, Monte Morris. One of my teammates was Alex Caruso, who just won his 2nd championship with OKC. There's plenty of other people too, man. I'm probably leaving some out of the bag right now.
That's crazy,
but
bro.
It was good, man.
Was he on the way out when you were getting there?
Who, Dame?
No, Alex Caruso.
Me and Alex Caruso played for a team called the Texas Ambassadors. Shouts out to Coach Max Ivany.
I didn't know y'all played together.
Yeah. So with Texas Ambassadors, man, shouts out to my dad too, bro. Like, and we'll get to this later, but my dad used to drive me to practice, bro, like to Dallas on a Wednesday night, 4 hours away, bro, just for a practice. So this team, Texas Ambassadors, they had so many different teams, right? They had like 25, 30 different teams all across Texas, but you had this premier team that was from kids all over Texas, right? Like this is the top of the top team. And so Alex Caruso was a fish and I was a sophomore at the time, and he had a Justin Bieber haircut, bro. It was so funny. It was so funny.
Now he's bald, right?
Oh yeah, now he's bald, but crazy. Yeah, man, so we had a practice in Austin one time, and that's where I first met him. And we didn't practice like every week. It was like once every month kind of thing, right? It was kind of difficult. But we played against, that's another name, Jordan Clarkson, Andre Roberson. But we played against the Rohawks in our first tournament in ATX. And I'll never forget this moment, man. It was crazy. So, of course, in basketball, man, people always talking mess, right? Just based on how you look and all that. And I love it. I'm here for it, right? So we're playing the Rohawks, and I'm not gonna say any other names, but they're chirping the whole time. They're chirping the whole time, right? And I've had my fair share of battles with the Rohawks throughout my livelihood. But anyways, I get a steal. Sorry, JC, but from Jordan Clarkson, I got the steal from him. And I'm running down court. I'm wide open. Alex Caruso is right behind me, right? And all I hear him say is off the glass. Mind you, in practice, I've never seen him dunk.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So I threw it off the glass, bro. This guy, he literally raises up, grabs it, cocks it back. I thought Julian Boyd got up, bro. This kid, and he has the Justin Bieber haircut.
Yeah.
So everybody, it was like that Like Mike moment, man, when Like Mike first dunked it, or Bow Wow, and everyone's like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Literally just like that, bro. Man. And when he rose up, I just remember I was like, yo, you're different. You're really different. And so never ever judge a book by its cover, man, because I can't tell you how many people in the league that you're like, man, even Jordan Clarkson, you know, I think I talked about it before with PG, but he was like 5'10", bro, going into sophomore year or something like that, and then sprouted, you know.
He just signed somewhere too.
Yeah, I gotta check that. I gotta check that.
He was with Utah, and I think he just signed to Milwaukee or something like that.
Did he?
Yeah, something.
Oh man, I gotta check.
He went somewhere. Let me look.
Yeah, fact check real quick. But yeah, man, college was good. Learned politics very quickly.
What do you mean by that? Like you were trying to be the president of the United States? Or?
No. So just for context, everybody out there, I verbally committed my sophomore year of high school. So I kind of did it.
The Knicks.
The Knicks, that's solid. He's gonna love NY, I hope.
Shout out Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, shouts out to JC. Man, that's awesome.
It's cool seeing people from San Antonio just
absolutely
do well.
Yeah, man. And he's crazy with the fashion, bro. I'd be taking notes.
He's up there.
Shouts out Jordan Clarkson. Go crush it in NYC, man. Take him to the East. But yeah, I verbally committed my sophomore year of high school, and it was a really early decision. And I was under this interpretation, like, hey, 5'11" Hispanic guy, like, if I get an offer, what happens? The what ifs start to play. What if I get hurt? And my dad was like, hey, you make your own decisions.
Yeah.
Like, he never partook in any of those combos. So I committed early. But when I had committed, I committed to a gentleman named Coach Tad Boyle. And on my senior year, I had just signed, and he took a shift from Northern Colorado, and he went to Colorado CU. Okay.
Is that where he's at now?
Yeah, he's still there.
That's crazy.
And he basically got Andre Roberson there too, because Andre and I went up there for a camp. We roomed together and everything like that. And I was thinking it was going to be like a package deal of some sort. So anyways, long story short, I get there. I'm under a different coach.
And he hated you?
He didn't hate me, bro. It was just, but I did feel, without saying too much, I did feel like there was some other stuff going on. And I don't know do you remember Coach Rick Pitino?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so do you remember the investigation that happened for?
Yeah, I mean.
So from my understanding that there was the same type of investigation in
really?
Colorado. Yeah, but I didn't know that at the time, but I had seen certain things where I kind of like assumed something was going on.
Yeah. So the guys that started ahead of you, they weren't better than you?
I'm not gonna shouts out Tevin, shouts out Elliott, shouts out Tate. These guys at that level, man, it's
everyone's good, man.
Everyone's good, and yes, they're your closest friends, but it's a job, bro.
Yeah,
like it is a job, dude. Like you know, we go at each other's heads, but I did, you know, as a person who breathed basketball, it's like. You do got to put your pride aside in certain instances, and I should have just finished through for education, but dude, I just wanted to play, right?
Sure.
And
Chris Paul mindset.
Yeah, man, no, really though, really, and so it just
he just wants to hoop, you know.
That's it, man. It just didn't work out, so I came back here, played under a gentleman named Coach Van Landingham at LA Lake for a little bit, and the same thing happened. My first tournament in, he gets a call, he gets fired basically. I won't go too much in that, but you know, that was a relationship and the reason kind of like my why on why I came here, because as soon as I got back into Colorado, he picked me up and said, let's go have a burger, let's talk, because I need you. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So that kind of drew my love out of the game, man. I started working, and here I am today, man. You know, it's been a blessing, though. I think everything happens for a reason.
It does,
for
bro.
Sure.
It does.
But enough about me, bro. Let's talk about you.
So yeah, that's we were talking about, you know, middle school, then high school. So that was Dylan's route right there. You know, he went to college, so on and so forth. My mom got in a car accident, bro, and a really bad car accident. And you were talking about my house being like the place to be, like during the summers, like. My mom gave me and my best friends this house that I grew up in. And so we were partying, drinking, doing all types of things that we were not supposed to be doing, bro. But that freedom allowed us to not do worse things.
Like be abusive to that.
Yeah, like I wasn't out there doing like crazy drugs and all this, because we were allowed to do these small things and have a good time at the house, you know? And anyways, my mom got in that car accident and it shifted my life so much, bro. And I'm living at home with these guys, and my mom gets in this accident and my life shifts completely. And so we throw a party to raise money for like hospital bills or something. I can't really remember what it was, but we needed money. And I throw a party at the house, and Sean, shout out to Sean, he's my neighbor. He was in the Navy. He comes down and he's flashing his badge around to everybody in the house, kicking everybody out. And finally everyone leaves the house, and he's like, bro, I get what you're trying to do, but that's not how you do it. If you get caught, if people find out there's alcohol here, or cops find out there's alcohol here and drugs and blase, your mom is the one that's gonna get in trouble, and she's not even here. She's the one that's in the hospital, Like, if you wanna change your life, but you're not doing it this way, you're gonna join the military. And he told me and my brother Marcus this, and me and Marcus go straight to the recruiter. And actually, I don't even know if we went to an Air Force recruiter first. I wanna say we went to Army or maybe Navy or something we went somewhere. And they were like, nope, you can't join. You and Marcus have these matching tattoos
on the wrist.
So they thought it was gang related. And so finally, the Air Force was at that time in 2012 was the most lenient.
How crazy?
Tattoos.
Yeah. Now they're most strict.
And so we had to do all this paperwork to prove that they weren't gang related, to prove that it was just because we were brothers, and so on and so forth. Finally, we joined the military. And just to rewind a little bit, my mom is good. She did have a traumatic brain injury. She was in a coma for 18 days, and she still deals with a lot of the stuff that she dealt with back then. Like she has some memory loss. She has seizures every now and then. So, within that whole thing, that thing happening was the reason that I joined the military. I think it was also the reason that I kind of jumped into my faith. And so we talked about with Justin and Jeremy, we talked about with Jeremy on the Serve Yahweh podcast when I found God, which was at Acquire the Fire with Jeremy. And that's when I started, believing. But I think my first time having like a supernatural encounter was at the hospital when my mom was in the coma. And I just remember being there every single day at the hospital, with my grandma, my mom's mom. And I remember being in the room and, a nurse being there. And I just remember the doctor at some point in time, I don't really remember the whole timeline of this, but the doctor being like, yeah, you're next of kin, you're the only biological child, like you have to sign the thing since you're 18, the paperwork of when basically to pull the plug.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, bro, like you don't know my mom. Like I'm not pulling no plug. My mom's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And I remember that just sitting with me. It was so heavy, and being in there with my mom and really thinking about this. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. There's no way. But I just remember a nurse coming in, and I remember the nurse being over my right shoulder, and she's like checking my mom's vitals or whatever. I'm right here at the bedside with my mom, and the nurse is checking the vitals and applying medicine into the syringes. Like she's just working.
For sure.
And she looks at my mom and kind of says to me like, yeah, you're right, your mom's gonna be okay. And that was like a blanket being laid over my shoulders of just like, yep, like if the nurse knows my mom's gonna be okay, and I know my mom's gonna be okay, then we're not doing anything. We're just gonna keep praying for her. And I remember going back and asking and looking for that same nurse, and never found her, bro. And so I don't know if she got fired. I don't know if she never existed. I don't know if it was a guardian angel. I don't know what it was or who she was. But man, that impacted me so huge, because like my mom ended up being okay. She ended up waking up.
Shouts out Mama Green, man.
Yeah, shouts out my mom, man. And while we're on that topic, my mom lives in Kerrville, man. Kerrville is going through a huge flood right now.
Kerrville, man. For real.
There's been like 23 lives lost right now. 25 lives lost.
Yeah.
Still a whole girls camp.
I think it was 13 girls, man, or something like that. Prayers, man.
Prayers to them, man. I could not imagine. I was with friends last night. Last night was 4th of July, and we were just talking about, like, I could not imagine that happening to my kids. Like, You know, you see these videos of the water just going, and it's no one could, like, I don't think an Olympian could survive that water.
Nah,
like,
man, I mean, it's
water.
taking houses and
like
trees, man. You know, that's the part that scares me. But keep going.
Yeah, and all we can do is really pray, bro, because at the end of the day, like, no human being can do it without God, and God can do anything. And so we got to pray that that God, you know, takes care of these kids and somehow, some way protects them and shields them. Maybe just pray, man. That's all we can do is have faith. But yeah, so yeah, that whole reason my mom's accident was life-changing for me, and gave me a belief that I never had, but also got me into the military, which I think set me up for success. So yeah, I served in the military for 12 years, bro.
Appreciate you serving.
Yeah, bro,
real stuff, man.
12 years, security forces. I deployed twice out of there, both 7 months. The first time to a place called Mazar-e-Sharif, Afghanistan, where I met a good friend of mine named Zabi, who is now living in the United States, man. Shout out to my boy Zabi and his family. Shout out to him, man. And then
that's awesome, man.
My second deployment was to Bagram, Afghanistan, where I did flyaway security. So basically, we didn't really do much on Bagram. We would just fly to all the little villages and stuff, and do whatever we needed to do there. But yeah, it was the Air Force was the best thing that ever happened to me, man, because I got my degree for free. You know, we had our kids, we got to travel the world. It was amazing, man. And so I lived on Guam, where we had my daughter Juliana. We lived in Italy. We traveled all over Europe because of Italy. And it was just a really good experience. And then I started having this weird heart condition, where my heart starts skipping, and we come to find out it's AFib, atrial fibrillation, something like that. We can put a little definition of it right here somewhere. But basically, an irregular heart rhythm, your heart gets out of beat, and the risk is not necessarily the heart issue itself, but what the heart issue can cause. So with your blood not being pumped correctly through your body, it can start to clot, and you can get a blood clot that could, you know, kill you or give you a stroke or, you know, whatever. So yeah, bro, I finally got cleared by my cardiologist, and the Air Force was still like, sorry, like, it's an automatic disqualifier. You have AFib, you have psoriatic arthritis, both you just can't be in the Air Force with. And yeah, man, we just want to thank you for your service. So I'm out now, 90% disabled veteran, real estate agent back in San Antonio with my family. I get so much time with my kids, my wife, get to be back home, you know, with my boys, and life is just good, bro. I can't complain. I'm blessed. I started a Bible study, which this is where we host it. I was baptized on September 1st, and that's, man. Yeah, man, my life has changed just completely, bro. And I'm blessed. I can't complain. I won't complain. No one's gonna listen anyways. But yeah, that's kind of the two different routes that Dylan and I went. And I think that's kind of what got us here to the podcast. You know?
1000%.
Anything you want to piggyback off of?
Nah, man. You know, it's crazy how there's so many differences, but then there's also a lot of relativity. Because like the heart condition, I can never join. I wanted to join, man. My dad, both my, what's the running joke, man? The chair force.
The chair force.
Yeah, right. But nah, for real, nothing. I've grew up. I joke around with this. I grew up. I'm a retired military brat. That's what I like to say, right? My parents did 25 plus. My dad's still contracted. But I've always had a passion for the military, and I grew up on Lackland. I mean, you go ask anybody, that's like where I grew up. That's my home. I grew up in Warhawk, basically, 7 out of the 7 days a week.
Warhawk gym, man.
You know what I mean? And but I have syncope. So like I just it's crazy because the first time I ever described it.
You gotta explain what that is, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so what were we talking about?
All right, so syncope, and I pulled up the definition. So it's a medical term for fainting or passing out, a sudden temporary loss of consciousness, usually caused by a drop in blood flow to the brain, typically lasts for a few seconds to a couple of minutes, and is followed by a full spontaneous recovery. So there's many different types of syncope.
Yeah.
And I've been tested multiple times. I felt like Professor X when getting these tests, but they were never able to disclose it. So they think it's neurological, which is rare, but what's crazy is how far back it goes for me. It was actually after golfing in, I think it was eighth grade. No, seventh grade. Seventh grade is when I won the district for the Zachary thing. But like, it was right after a practice, and it was weird because it felt like you know the Valeroff 151?
Yeah.
With the subway in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's where that's where my in-laws live.
Yeah.
Let me just put their information out there.
No, but here's what happened.
Y'all want their bank account information
right?
too?
Here's their social.
Yeah.
No, but we had stopped there to get Subway. I'll never forget this, man. It was crazy. And my dad's not the type of person, bro. Like if I like got hurt or something, he wouldn't be like the type of guy to run up on the court. He'd be like, "Get your ass up."
Get up. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? So long story short, I'm ordering the sandwich. My dad's like, "Oh shit, Dylan, I need to go out to the car. I forgot my wallet." So he runs out to the car, and I just remember I like turned around and I saw the door close, like closing. Everything felt so slow, and then before you pass out, you see these pixelated dots, right? Like that's usually what happens before you pass out, per se. So I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, and then next thing you know, pop, 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 closed. And I just remember my dad's like standing above me, like, "Dylan, get up, get up." And then my eyes open and I'm sprawled out on the floor, and they're like, "Get him some water, get him some water." And that was like the first time that like I realized I passed out. But when I did the studies, I realized I passed out more when I was a kid too. I just never realized it. But
you thought you just fell asleep standing
I
up?
thought I just fell asleep, yeah. And so it happened a few more times while I was in college, and then even after college. So then I finally started getting tested and was like, okay, what is this? What's going on? Haven't had an episode in like, I mean,
that's good,
it's
bro.
been
That's
like,
good.
yeah, it's been like years.
Did they, well, I wonder if it had anything to do with like, I know, I'm not even gonna say it. I was gonna joke around and be in a
Say it.
Nah, I was gonna, it was a bad joke.
No, that's any bad joke's a good joke here, bro. But
No,
it's usually like stress related or pain induced.
And that's what I was gonna ask, because I knew you were trying to go larger with the butt plugs.
This guy's so childish. No,
So
no, man.
no, it's not. It wasn't that. It didn't have to.
I don't use butt plugs.
Oh, okay,
guys.
okay. It's okay if you do.
No, I
a lot of
don't.
people do.
No.
Anyways, so then we both come back to San Antonio, right? You came back for Our Lady of the Lake. No. You came back. You got married. Well, you got your wife, your girl, 2 kids.
Yep.
Right? Kalia and Mello.
Yep.
And they are. She just had her birthday, so
She's 5, and then Mello's 3.
Yep.
He'll be 4 in November.
Yep.
But yeah, man, we built a whole family, man. Cleo was born in Colorado. Mello was born here, just the way I wanted it, kind of thing. And it's been a blessing, man. That changed my life for sure.
And we linked up, man. Right when I got back from Italy, we knew we had to
even
link up.
before,
Yeah.
like I remember you were when you were packing up, bro. You're like, I'm gonna be here on this date.
It was just like we knew we were gonna link up almost.
Yeah, bro.
Which is crazy to think about.
Because over the course of the years, everybody like, James and I, we've always kept up with each other, but we didn't. It was hard to speak with you, especially when you were in like Afghanistan too. Like I remember when we did have conversations, though, they would be for like an hour and some change.
Yeah.
And I would be filled with so much gratitude, bro, for like when you would tell me like, yeah, man, we just got back from this village, and dude, you should see how these kids are so happy. You know, I'll just give them some candy and they'd be flipping out. And I try my best.
I'll be giving them
bro. I try my best to like envision what you're seeing in that time, you know, and it fills my heart, bro, because I know the guy you are, man. Even in high school, guys, everybody out there, James was really big on YouTube, like really big. And guys, like y'all don't even realize the work that this guy would put in. I mean, I would go into his house, in his apartment, and he would have a calendar that would show literally like a mastermind schedule. Okay, Tuesday, I'm doing this type of segment. Wednesday, I'm doing this. Thursday, I'm posting 3 times and another segment. Friday is this. Like, it wasn't just all, let me record a clip. No, this guy is like very thoughtful on his whole entire process, and I've always respected that. And I saw that from the outside looking in. And that was huge, man, to see your work ethic. But I also remember one specifically that hit home for me, man. I got pretty sentimental on it. I think you picked up the guy kind of like near Jay, bro, like near Marbach or something.
Oh, the
homeless guy
makeover video. Yeah. So
and you were one of the first ones to ever do that.
A video like that,
I will say.
Yeah. So it was right in front of Lackland, and it was a guy that I saw when I went to, because I was
Valley Highgate.
Valley Highgate.
Yeah.
It was a guy that I saw every single time I went to work.
Yeah.
And his name was Steve-O, and I had this idea of doing this video of just helping somebody out, but he was the person I was like, man, it's him. He's the guy I gotta help out. And yeah, man, shout out to Steve-O. I don't know what he's doing now, man, but I really want to find out.
Maybe we do that, man. Maybe we put the viewers on.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 years ago, bro, I got a message from a girl, a younger girl, saying that she was his daughter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that he was doing better, and then he was back on the street, and you know, like, it was a lot to keep up with because I was overseas and whatnot. But man, shout out to Steve-O. I hope he's doing good. And yeah, bro, I think
maybe he's doing great.
One thing
now,
I've always,
man.
maybe
get him a house.
Maybe, yeah, that'd be crazy.
That'd be awesome.
One thing I've always kind of prided myself on, not prided myself on. One thing I've always been like one of those people that just wants to help people.
Yeah.
And I think it's for an unselfish reason, but in reality, like, helping people to me feels good. So I help people so that I feel better. And so it's kind of a selfish reason, but like, it's just one of those weird things that like, I really do enjoy doing, whether it's starting a Bible study or collecting hoodies for a hoodie drive, you know, or helping Steve-O out. Like, that stuff feels really good to me, and being able to put yourself, since you're in a good position, into someone else's life and help them a little bit, like that is just such a cool thing to me.
Absolutely.
And we always, like, growing up, like, Chris Freeman always wanted to go to the NBA. Jeremy King always wanted to make music. James Green always wanted to change the world. And that's such a vague thing, bro. But I literally have a tattoo on my arm that says, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Yeah. Which is a quote by, I think, Gandhi. Yeah, someone like that. Anyways, I never knew how I was going to do that, and then I joined the military. You know? Then I do these sweater drives, then I start a Bible study, then you know, it's crazy how God works.
Absolutely.
It is so crazy.
And
how
bro,
God
like,
works, bro.
ever since, and for the viewers, ever since I known James, the reason, not this isn't the only reason, but a big reason, bro, why I love you, bro, like, and why you will always be in my top, if not my like right-hand guy, you know, is you've always been the same you. You never switched up. How many friends have we come across, bro, that have, man, there's a guy, you know, they've switched in so many different variables of their life. I can name people off the top of my head that were in like high school that were goth one minute, then rappers the next, and then, you know, I don't know, Abercrombie models for the next kind of thing. And it was like, all right, man, what's your identity? And one thing I can say about James Green is your identity has always been the same, Ben, like always. Thanks, and if not even more powerful with God, you know, realizing the faith, you know, I think that's, and just so for the viewers know, like, I was raised Catholic, and, you know, I love the Catholic side of things because there's a law and order to it, right? The 10 Commandments, like, it's very strict. However, I had a Polish priest, shouts out to him, man, but he would always be like, let's sit it down for the announcements. That's the only thing I could understand, though.
Oh, yeah.
So my dad, after the end of every Sunday service, would be like, what did you learn today? And I'm like, Dad, I didn't really learn much because
I didn't understand.
And then I'm worried about my knees being, you know, like getting down, getting up. And I just didn't understand, and it just wasn't my vibe, right? But I did appreciate the rules to it, right? And And so long story short, man, my dad's name is Jesus, right? And this man practically, I mean, he saved me, like he adopted me. There's a whole story behind that. But for the longest, I was like, man, this guy's my guardian angel. This guy's my Jesus. Like, you know, and I was living wrong by that because I told him that. And it's crazy because him and I both came on the same religious incline together. Like he's just in a different state, but when he found, you know, he found like your guy at CBC, you know how he's like, yo, this guy speaks
Pastor
to
Ed,
me.
man.
Pastor Ed, right? I need to go see Pastor Ed.
Yeah, shout out Pastor Ed,
but
shout out CBC.
my dad was like telling me the same thing about his pastor, and he's like, Dylan, just the way this guy talks and he makes me think. And my dad's tough to please, bro, like that. Like he's I mean, you know what he used to do and stuff. That's not something to brag about or for people to know, but it's kind of hard to tap into his mind. And so for me to hear that about his pastor hit me. And so we're in this same alignment, but let's back up a little bit. When James was back in and was like, yo, I'm doing this Bible study, you need to get your ass out here. Excuse my language, but you need to get
And I didn't say
here.
ass, but
you stopped cussing. But no, he was like, you need to get out here. First week goes by, didn't show up. Second week goes by, Dylan, what's up? Where you at? And James knows me very well, right? He knows how he can approach me. Like you got to be careful on who you approach other people. But James
know your
knows.
audience.
James knows. Like I got tough skin, man. I love when he talks mess to me. We've been doing it since we were in middle school. And so he kept being on me though, which I appreciate, bro, because I needed that, right? And so I ended up coming to one of the sessions, one of the Sunday sessions, and bro, it's like after that was really this like takeoff for a spiritual journey. You know, I've been reading my Bible app every single day, every night, every morning. Even if it's just 10 minutes. I actually got it on my Google Calendar where it's like Bible Eternity Plan, scheduled out, for infinite time. And I stay true to it, right? And it's been a huge impact on me, bro. Not only see my brother going through it, you know, helping me, guide me in the direction, but also see my dad. And then shouts out to Chosen. Oh my gosh, if you haven't seen Chosen, please do it. Please do it. Because what I did was I was reading the Bible while watching Chosen. I'm like, how crazy, how accurate this is, right? But my life has taken off, man. Because you know me, James and I had a conversation, and this goes back to kind of like how you are as a person, like, hey, let me do these things for the right reason. Myself, you know, I wasn't always like that. I was too much more so on the money side, like money hungry, right? And we talk about it, heart posture. Couple years ago, if you were to, because I'm in tech sales, and that's no excuse for it, but you know, I'm on the tech side and I do sales every day for the past like decade. But James would approach me like, Dylan, is your heart posture? Like, why are you doing this? And the first thing is, because you could make 250, blah, 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 blah. And James is like, I don't know, man. Sound right. And I didn't understand that at first, but until getting into the Bible, I'm like, wait, just do the right thing, man. Yeah. Simple.
I think my life really started to change because I used to be like that. Yeah. And I think everyone goes through that.
For sure.
Like making money is not a bad thing. Like, I think the Bible literally talks about, you know, setting your kids up for success. For sure. And I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but making money is a good thing. But when you start to idolatry, when you start to idolize the money, right, and think about the money in a certain way, and you're doing things for just the money, that's when things can go kind of sideways. But it's not the worst thing ever, but it's definitely not a great thing. And I think having a good heart posture and keeping God first is when, in my life, and that's what I can speak on, is when I started going to church, when I got baptized, when I changed my life and started living for God, you know, and realized the real sacrifice that Jesus made for us. Like when you think about it, this man carried a cross, was whipped. His back was flesh. His skin was hanging off. You could probably see his veins and bones. He was unrecognizable. He was bruised. He was bleeding. He was torn. And he had this wooden cross that he was carrying that was probably 80 pounds or more.
More probably.
Splinters in his back, just carrying it. Then the cross is put in. You know, has nails. Imagine like someone putting your hand on a cross and nailing through it. And then not these little nails that we have now, this big like piercing nail straight through, and then through your feet. And like when you realize that, then you're talking about, you're just hanging there from those nails and on that cross. And when you think about that, bro, like he did that for us. He did that for me. And I'm living this life. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the strip club because, you know, God will forgive me. Like it's just, or I'm gonna keep blacking out because God will forgive me. It's like, one, you know what, God is gonna forgive you because God loves you.
Yeah,
He is.
Yeah.
But if that's the life that you're choosing to live after the sacrifice that He made for us, it's just like, bro, like what are we doing? You know, and that's what hit me.
Facts.
In no way, shape, or form am I judging anybody that's out there living their lives, doing what they're doing. Everyone has their own time to find God and build that relationship with Him. It was just my time, and it's since then my life has not been better. I'm in the best chapter of my life. Good, I don't deal with anxiety anymore. I haven't had a heart issue or a episode since February. I have a great relationship with my kids. I'm still probably too tough on my son, but he knows I love him to death. My daughter is, you know, one of my best friends. I love hanging out with this kid. Jaron was with me all day at an inspection the other day. Like, this dude's with me all day at work, you know, seeing his dad work, and
he has better moves than you.
Yeah. You saw the dancing?
Yeah, the dancing, bro. That was, if we could put a clip maybe right here.
Yeah, I gotta find it so I can send it to Eric.
That was awesome.
Man, like he was like, I was like, what'd you learn today, like with me? And he was like, I just see now why when you come home after a long day of work, why you just want to sit down and relax. Like I see that now. And like, just for him to be able to see that, and that has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about. But yeah, love my kids, love my wife, love my life right now, and I can't give glory to anyone but God.
Like, I love that, bro.
It's all because of God.
Love that.
So that gets us into where we're at now, and we'll kind of wrap it up with that. Okay, we met up, we've linked up. You know, you have Swish Lab. Shout out Swish Lab, which that connected us even more because you started training my son's basketball team, and we just kept talking about a podcast and a podcast and a podcast, and then eventually we started one with Elliot. Man, shout out to Elliot.
Shouts out to We're Grinding Never Stop.
Yeah, We're Grinding Never Stop. Shout out to him. And man, like that's kind of just, we were like, hey, let's do it. Let's get it off the ground. Let's not talk about it anymore. Let's be about it. And we started the podcast, man. So the Authentic Podcast is this is the Authentic Podcast with a team of James Green, Dylan Elias, and our boy Eric Calbillo.
Shouts out to Eric.
Yeah, shout out to Eric. Yeah. And
one thing you forgot though. So this tapping in Authentic Podcast has been in talks since, because James brought it to me that he's been wanting to do something, and he's the one who came up with the Authentic Podcast name. And that was a while back, bro. That was like when you first moved back here, when you talked about it. But before Swish Lab, what we came together with was a thing called For All the Dads, right?
Yeah.
So, and if you go look on that page, and I've taken some time back from posting on it. I've just been building out a lot of content. But that is something that we have discussed together as well. And in a big play to that, Ben, like I want to say was, you know, I like to think of myself as a great dad, but from the outside looking in as well, bro, you're a phenomenal dad. I love how you incorporate your kids. You're great kids. Jaren's an awesome young man,
Thanks,
dude.
man.
And Juliana's a little princess who's awesome as
They're
well.
so good because I beat them.
Shut
I'm
up.
just kidding.
Shut up.
I probably shouldn't say that on camera. That's wild. CPS, if you're watching, that was a joke.
No, definitely was.
Jared,
No.
say I don't beat you.
No, but seriously, man, like you're a great pops.
Thank
man.
you, bro.
And that's why, like, for all the dads is so big too. For me personally, is because my dad, who wasn't even my biological father, took me in and said, "Yo, like, you're mine. I'm gonna take care of you. If I could be 10% of that man." Man, I'm cool with it, man. Like, I'm cool with it. I'm doing God's work, man,
Yeah.
because God, like you said, it is a big plan to it that even us don't even recognize to this day. But to have friends that are in alignment with that, you know, that
Yeah.
are amazing parents, man, it's like I would never trade that for the world, you know. So
100%, bro.
yeah, man, we got a bunch more things coming on the way
Yeah.
too, man. Y'all stay tuned and tapping in.
Yeah,
But
man.
Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. And so that's this. This is the Authentic Podcast, where we talk about all things because it's authentic.
Yeah.
And we kind of dive deep into everything. But the main goal is one, our heart posture, right? We're doing
Yeah.
this podcast for the right reason.
1000%.
And the number one goal, I think, is putting people on that don't have the platform,
Yeah.
and us giving them the platform. That's the number one thing. The number two thing is kind of being hyper focused, especially right now, to San Antonio. You know? We grew up in San Antonio. We love San Antonio. Eric, literally our cameraman, just worked for Beto, one of the guys that ran for mayor, right? Yeah, so he just ran for mayor. Like, San Antonio is where we're from, and we love the city so much. So anyone that needs a platform, being able to interview them and give them that is, I think, an amazing goal for us to have.
1000%.
Having a good heart posture, doing it for the right reasons.
Yep.
We're not doing it for money or to get paid or to,
Not at all.
Like, we're doing it to put people on.
Yeah.
And then the third thing for me personally is keeping the faith in it as well. And so Christian hip hop is a big thing that has helped me with my faith.
Yeah.
And so putting these smaller artists, you know, giving them a platform as well to showcase their music and
So
whatnot
talented, bro.
is super dope. So and then also we both love hoops, so also getting basketball people involved as well.
Of course.
And so that's the Authentic Podcast, man. We have everyone. We have real estate agents. We have Christian hip hop artists. We have basketball players. We have
Golfers. We'll have golfers here. Like, you know.
people running for governor. Hopefully, that would be
Yeah.
crazy if we got Beto on here.
Yeah.
Eric. He's like, yeah, we're not doing that, bro. He's way too busy for y'all. Can you imagine Beto sitting here and I'm in my Crocs?
What do you think about getting maybe Eric?
Yeah, getting
front of the
Eric
camera?
on Eric in front of the camera, dude.
Yeah, I think that would be cool, man, to get a little background on Eric, man, because Eric, we appreciate you, bro. Like, seriously,
Man,
for
me and Eric
everything you
have been
do.
making
And
videos since.
And
way back.
look, if you want to, y'all been making videos for
a long time, bro.
over a decade, over almost two probably, which is a whole nother combo for sure. That's definitely bring Eric in on this. But I did want to mention, right, if you're wanting to maybe express yourself and come be genuine and be on the Authentic Podcast, right, please, information's right here.
Yeah.
Reach out to us. We're here for you. And also, if you need work from Eric, right, maybe you need some videography or anything like that, hit him up. Info, again, right here.
Eric's
right?
like, I'm not putting my info.
Yeah.
He puts
Eric's
like a wrong number. 555. Yeah.
Or what's that?
444.
Oh man,
We're gonna get sued now.
Yeah,
for putting his number out there.
don't
yeah,
do
just
that. Don't
blur
do
that out maybe.
But
yeah, this is us, man. This is the Authentic Podcast. That's Dylan, James, and we're always gonna keep it 100. That's really all I can think of, man. Y'all heard our stories from front to back. You kind of learned how we got here to where we're at. We're gonna be interviewing anybody and everybody, and keeping the faith in it too. And that's it, man. I think that's it.
That's it,
Anything
man.